Tomato plants are a favorite in many gardens, but few things are more heartbreaking than watching them suddenly wilt and decline, especially when you've put in weeks or even months of care. Tomato wilt disease can strike quickly, often leaving gardeners baffled. The first signs are usually drooping leaves, even when the soil appears moist. Over time, the leaves may yellow, curl, and eventually turn brown. In severe cases, the entire plant collapses seemingly overnight. Understanding the causes, recognizing the symptoms early, and taking effective action can mean the difference between saving your tomato crop and losing it entirely. One of the most common culprits behind tomato wilt is Fusarium wilt, a soil-borne fungal disease caused by Fusarium oxysporum. So this fungus invades the plant through the roots, blocking water and nutrient transport. The infection often starts on just one side of the plant, causing one half to droop before it spreads further. You might notice a distinct yellowing pattern along the leaf veins and a brown discoloration in the plant's vascular tissue if you cut open a stem. Fusarium wilt really thrives in warm soil, making it a frequent issue in summer gardens, especially where the disease has, built up over the years. Another major cause is Verticillium wilt, which is caused by a different soil-borne fungus, Verticillium alboatrum or Verticillium dalei. This disease produces symptoms that are quite similar to Fusarium wilt, but interestingly, it often appears in cooler weather. You may notice yellow V-shaped lesions starting at the leaf edges, progressing inward, and eventually causing the leaves to wither. Verticillium tends to persist in the soil for years and affects a wide range of plants, which makes crop rotation challenging. Bacterial wilt caused by Ralstonia solanacearum is another destructive issue. Unlike fungal wilts, bacterial wilt causes rapid and total plant collapse. The leaves remain green initially, but the plant loses turgor pressure, resulting in complete drooping. Cutting the stem of an infected plant may reveal a milky, sticky ooze. This bacterium thrives in warm, moist conditions and spreads through contaminated water, soil, and tools. Unfortunately, wilt diseases are, notoriously difficult to cure once they take hold. The best approach really is prevention. One of the most effective strategies is to plant wilt-resistant tomato varieties, often labeled with letters like V or F to indicate resistance to Verticillium and Fusarium. Starting with healthy, disease-free seedlings from reputable sources, that reduces the risk of introducing pathogens into your garden. Crop rotation is essential, even though it's not always foolproof. Avoid planting tomatoes or other nightshade family members, such as peppers, eggplants, and potatoes, in the same location for at least 3 to 4 years. So this helps reduce the buildup of soil-borne pathogens. Additionally, it's really important to improve soil drainage and avoid overwatering because, saturated soil can actually promote the spread of wilt pathogens. Raised beds or container gardening can, help you manage soil conditions a bit more precisely. Sterilizing garden tools is, honestly, an often overlooked step in disease prevention. Even a small cut from contaminated shears can, unfortunately, spread bacteria or fungal spores from one plant to another. A simple rinse in a 10% bleach solution or rubbing alcohol between uses can, make a significant difference. Similarly, practicing good garden hygiene, removing diseased plant material promptly, and disposing of it well away from compost piles prevents the pathogens from returning to the soil. For gardeners already facing wilt in their tomato patch, the immediate action should be to remove and destroy infected plants. While it's tempting to try to nurse them back to health, keeping a diseased plant in the ground often allows the pathogen to spread to others. If the infection is bacterial, solarizing the soil during the hottest months, covering it with clear plastic to raise temperatures, can help reduce bacterial populations. For fungal wilts, Amending the soil with compost and beneficial microbes can help suppress pathogens over time, though it will not eliminate them completely. In addition to prevention, strengthening your plants from the start can help them better resist disease. This means providing consistent watering, mulching to retain moisture and regulate soil temperature, and feeding with a balanced fertilizer to encourage robust root systems. Healthy plants are not immune to wilt diseases, but they can sometimes hold off symptoms longer, giving you more time to harvest before the disease takes over. Tomato wilt can be a devastating setback, but it doesn't have to end your gardening season. By recognizing the symptoms early, implementing preventative measures, and choosing resistant varieties, you can dramatically reduce the risk. Even if you've struggled with wilt before, building healthy soil, rotating crops, and maintaining vigilant garden hygiene can help you grow strong, productive tomato plants year after year. The key is to think long-term. Disease management in gardening isn't about a single season, but about creating a resilient garden ecosystem that can withstand the challenges nature throws your way.